I'm going to tell you how to get your first 10 sales using these 5 tips. Now, you really do not need to overcomplicate this. Getting those first 10 sales is definitely going to be one of the hardest things you're going to do in your print on demand business. But once you've done that, you can just rinse and repeat, do this over and over again to grow a really profitable, sustainable business that makes you income every single month. Now, there are tons of different methods out there with how people have gotten their first 10 sales. A component of all of these 5 tips that I'm going to share with you comes down to one thing, and that is being able to have some kind of tunnel vision to focus on the goals ahead of you to actually achieve those first 10 sales, proving to yourself that you actually have the strategy to build a business that can be successful, profitable, and make sales every single day. Now, the method that you should be using to get these first 10 sales is actually really simple, and it comes down to just a few things. Now, the first one is going to be super important when it comes to actually making products that people want to purchase, and that is you have to research and find good niches that have customers wanting to purchase them in this current moment. Now, the biggest thing I want you to be focusing on if you are still trying to get those first 10 sales in your business is really nothing else except getting those first 100 products listed. Now, there are multiple different components that apply when you are making these first 100 listings, and we're going to go through all of them right now. But the first thing that you need to do is be able to find a really good niche to target with those first 100 listings. Now, these listings do not all have to be in the same niche, but again, we are talking about that tunnel vision, having a goal that you can really focus on. So if it helps you to have one broad category that you are working all of these designs within, that could be a really good place to start. Now, if you're watching this right now, either right before Q4 or during the beginning stages of Q4, in order to help myself really get motivated to get those 100 listings done, I might even focus on the broad category of something like Christmas. Since that is a very general niche, you can definitely have a ton of different sub niches and cross niches within that one niche, but it just gives you a lot of focus to be able to think about one specific thing and really power through getting all of these designs and listings up. Now, if I was going to go for a niche like Christmas, a holiday type thing, I would definitely be thinking about all of the best-selling design trends that we've seen all throughout this year and last year. So I would be making Christmas designs in that groovy retro niche, in that vintage style Christmas. I would even be doing like Western style. So Western style Halloween and fall designs are already going crazy. So that gives us a big clue that these are going to do super well for Christmas too. So you could do a bunch of Western themed Christmas sweatshirts, t-shirts. And if you really don't know where to start for coming up with really good design ideas and niche inspiration, check out this playlist of videos that I have here that talks all about my research process and how I come up with a ton of different niches that consistently become bestsellers and sell month after month. Now, after you figure out what niche or niches you are going to target, the next tip is going to be probably the most important, and that is going to be do whatever it takes to get those first 100 designs listed. There are definitely so many formulas in business that we can follow that can help us dictate how many sales we're actually going to make. But a lot of times in my own business, I love to measure success by things that are actually in my control. So by doing a lot of steps, we definitely hope that the sales will follow that. But sometimes if we're using the barometer for our success as how many sales we're getting, that is keeping us from doing the actual actionable steps that can move the needle in our business and help us achieve that goal. So if you've been thinking, okay, I want to make my first 10 sales, I want to make my first 100 sales, change the goalpost from that to actually something that is within your control that you can achieve no matter what. So it's not dependent on other people. So I would definitely change my goal to actually making those first 100 products and getting them uploaded. So 100 designs and products uploaded definitely can seem like a lot, but how I consistently recommend people to break it down if you really want to power through the beginning of your print on demand business is to upload 10 designs every single day. So that means if you are only working on work days, that in 2 weeks you have 100 designs and listings already up. Or if you really want to power through and do 10 designs every single day, this would only take you a week and a half. Of course, you could definitely achieve this a lot quicker if you did want to really power through and get more than 10 designs up every single day. If you really want to make things start happening fast, getting 10 designs up every single day is a great way to do that. Now, once you have your 100 listings up, you could definitely take your foot off the gas a little bit or just continue at that pace. But it's going to be a lot harder for you to see success really quickly if you're just uploading maybe 1 or 2 products every single day, because getting your first 100 products up turns into a 1 or 2 month process if you're just doing a few of them. Instead of if we can really power through these beginning listings, that gives us so much momentum to really start growing our business super, super fast. There are a couple things that I like to mention when I do talk about this 100 product goal that we can set for ourselves. And one is, when I talk about getting 100 products or listings up, I am meaning you're going to have 100 unique different designs. So I don't mean you've created one design and then you're going to upload it to a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a tank top, a mug, and call that 4 different products. I want you to be trying your hand at as many different designs and niches as you can when you are first getting started. Now, later down the road, when we start getting sales on designs that we've made, I think it's a great idea to start putting those on other products as well and seeing how those do too. But right now, we are trying to get this going as fast as possible, so you're going to want to have 100 unique different designs. Now, if you feel like you are still super new to designing and every single design you're doing is taking you 30 minutes, an hour, there are so many ways that you can really shorten that process. One is by getting a design suite that has some kind of templates that you can use, so you can kind of just plug and play the different elements and have a bunch of designs super, super fast. Kittl is one that I recommend. I'll have them linked down below. And I have this video here about how I create 10 unique designs in just 10 minutes. That is going to give you a lot of help and ideas of how to start designing a lot faster. Because if we're trying to get 10 designs a day, if we're spending an hour on each design, that's physically probably going to be impossible for us, especially if you are working another job, which most people are. Now, that kind of rolls into my next tip to help you get those first 10 sales. And that is, again, to have tunnel vision and focus on no more than 3 specific product types. I am a huge proponent of definitely expanding the types of products that you have in your print-on-demand stores, but I would be doing this a little bit further down the line. Sometimes when we try to just do too many things, it keeps us from focusing and it can really be easy to give up on what we're doing. So if we limit the types of products that we are working on, it makes it easier and easier to just do something and replicate that process over and over and over again. So definitely the 3 that I would probably recommend starting with and then later down the road expanding is, I would for sure be selling t-shirts. That is kind of a non-negotiable for me. That is the bread and butter of all of my print-on-demand stores. And then I would also include something like a sweatshirt or hoodie, and then a mug or a tumbler. But if you decide you're going to do some kind of drinkware, I would pick one mug and stick with it. If you're going to do sweatshirts, I would either pick a hoodie or a crew neck and just stick with that. So really having that focus on the types of products that you are going to be creating. Now, Printify has kindly sponsored today's video, so I'm going to show you really quick the products that I would actually be doing. So the t-shirt that I love and talk about all the time is going to be the Bella and Canvas 3001. They just have so many different color options and the price point is really, really good to get started. The quality is always super amazing. I love selling those. And then I love selling these gilded sweatshirts. Again, I find that the quality is super great and the price point is amazing. And then I just love selling this basic mug. You can't beat that price. And it's kind of just a staple print-on-demand item. Now, if you feel confident, you could definitely choose 3 different products to focus on. But if you're someone who easily gets distracted and wants to move on to the next thing really quickly, you could even limit yourself to just 1 or 2 products. If you only want to do t-shirts in your store, there is totally nothing wrong with that, especially as you're learning and getting going. When you are learning things and online, there are constantly a bunch of people telling you, oh, try this new side hustle, try this new thing. And sometimes we get so caught up in trying to follow what other people are telling us to do that we forget that we can really just focus on this one thing and get good at that before moving on to something else. So definitely limit the amount of products that you're trying to upload when you're getting those first 100 listings up. And the nice thing about using a place like Printify is if you create one t-shirt listing, yes, you're going to be changing things like the title and description, but you really can just copy and paste that item over and over again. So you're not having to recreate and redo everything every single time if you are limiting yourself to 1 or 2 different products. That's another way to just make your whole process faster and get more things out every single day. Now, The next thing that you need to focus on to get those first 10 sales is having really good SEO and titles and descriptions. So I want you to have killer search engine optimization. So a lot of times that means going back to tools. The one that I really love for creating my listings is Sales Samurai. I will have them linked down below. Also, I have a tutorial on them here, but using them, you can take your niche or your product type it in, and then it's going to give you all of the keywords that you should be including, what ones have been doing really well on other listings. It's going to recommend you tags that you should be using. So pay attention to what kind of things tools are telling you to use. Now, the other thing that I definitely want you guys to be doing is studying what other sellers are doing that is leading them to have a lot of success. So if you have a product or niche that you were selling, go to that niche on Etsy and just start looking at all of the listing on that first page. How are they writing their titles? How are they writing their description? What kind of tags are they using? Now, I never recommend that you copy other people. They've put work into that shop, so we do not want to just take what they've already done. And two, because if they have already used those exact titles and descriptions and tags, we're going to be competing against them, who probably already has a bunch of reviews and sales. So we want to always try and see if there's some way that we can be unique and stand out. But I definitely want you guys to pay attention to what other people are doing, because a lot of times people that are making sales, they know a lot more about SEO than someone who is just starting and just learning about these kind of things. So I've told my email list about this, but I haven't shared the news with you guys. But I have a complete print-on-demand blueprint course that is going to be coming out this fall that's going to walk you through every aspect and every step of creating a really profitable print-on-demand business. We're going to be covering everything in there, but definitely titles, descriptions, SEO. I'm going to be walking you through step by step, like sharing the exact formulas, what you should be putting almost word for word to create really profitable listings. But with limited time in this video, a super easy thing that you can implement that so many people already aren't doing, and that is simply not repeating words in your title. Now, places like Etsy and Amazon, they are smart, so they are going to be analyzing your entire title to find broad matches to keywords that people are searching for. So for example, you have a listing like this that says retro Christmas shirt for mom, groovy mom Christmas tee. So just in that listing, you are giving up really valuable real estate where you could be putting more keywords that Etsy or Amazon could analyze and create a lot more broad keyword matches for you. So instead of what I just listed, you could say retro Christmas shirt for mom, groovy mama Santa tee. So we didn't repeat the word mom, we didn't repeat the word Christmas, and we got both mama and Santa in there in the same amount of words. So when you're first getting started, I would be learning some simple tips that you can really elevate your keywords and SEO, because that makes a huge difference in if your listings are getting shown or getting shown to the right people. Now, if you are interested in something that is really going to take you through every aspect of starting this business step by step, hold your hand, have tons of tutorials, make sure you are on that wait list down below. I'm going to have very limited seats because I want this to be a very helpful experience for you guys that I can give a lot of input. So there's only going to be 200 spots, and I'm offering them all to anyone who's on this wait list first. So if you want to make sure you're able to get one of those, sign up for that wait list down below. I have been developing this and working on this for literally months and months. So I'm super excited that it's almost ready for you guys to take part in it. And I really hope that you can be in that first small group. Now, this next tip is, again, all about having that tunnel vision. It's so important when you're trying to get over these really, really difficult first hurdles, like getting your first 10 sales, making your first 100 products, to stay super motivated, to have a bunch of things that are lined up that are going to help you stay excited and get you through those really early grind stages of your business that are sometimes not super fun, but super important for laying the foundation of a really successful, profitable business. Now, I remember when I first started print on demand, there really weren't a lot of people that got it. They didn't understand what this was, and they weren't as excited as I was about this amazing opportunity. But I remember feeling almost a little bit lonely just working on something that nobody understood, and that I was spending a lot of time on grinding through those early stages before seeing a ton of profit down the road. So again, those first 10 sales are so challenging, but if you can find a way to keep yourself engaged and not quit before you've actually made it over that hurdle to the other side where you're seeing the fruits of your labor, you're seeing seeing that success. So many people quit this way too soon, when if they would have just stuck it out for maybe 50 more listings, maybe a few more weeks, they would have started seeing those sales and that success that they've been after, but they gave up way too soon. Now, it's so helpful to be hearing from people who are actually in this with you, who get what you're doing, who are maybe a few steps further ahead on their journey. That's why I'm super excited, because Printify is actually hosting the first ever 100% online conference for print-on-demand sellers. And I'm super excited because I am going to be one of the speakers at this, sharing a ton of tips for you guys. And the best part is it's 100% free to attend this virtual event, but you're going to be hearing from some of the top sellers in the print-on-demand industry, getting some amazing sales strategies, hearing about how to actually be profitable, how to build a really amazing print-on-demand business. Now, like I said, this is free, but you do have to reserve your ticket for this September 14th event, so I will link it down below. I really hope you guys can attend Amplified by Printify. We're going to have such an awesome time. Every time I've joined something like a mastermind, a challenge, a group, I know it gives me that extra push to get through that really hard stage of my business, and it just keeps me excited about doing what I'm doing when I can see the vision down the road. So that's why I love joining things like this, being part of conferences, online events, because it really just helps reminding you why you are doing this, why you're putting in that hard work, why you're working so hard for those first 10 sales, for those first 100 listings. And if you really do want just an extra level of accountability, follow me over on my Instagram and send me a message when you get those first 100 listings up, or you can even send me one for every 10 listings you do. I make a huge point to respond to pretty much every message and DM that I get. So if you tell me that you've gotten your first 10 listings up, you've done your first 100, I will be cheering you on in those DMs and just trying to keep you guys motivated to do the really hard work, laying the foundation for the rest of your business. And if you feel like you have this whole strategy thing down, you know what your goal is, you know what you're going to be working towards, but you just want some more practical tips to actually design faster, make sure you watch this video next. I take you guys through how I made 10 designs in under 10 minutes and just some general tips about how to design even faster. I think that's going to really help you out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.